Due to the widespread labor shortage in the US, a lot of people are struggling these days to find skilled workers that are a good fit for their company. So, what steps can integrators take to attract talented people? And where are the best places to find that new skilled talent? John, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I'd share the opinion on the skills availability. It is a challenge, not only in the US, we see it in Europe as well. However, I think the the key aspect of solving that challenge is having a good understanding of the type of talent and the profile of person, a candidate that you're looking for in any search, and that it's always targeted, that it's not a too broad a search in that respect. But one of the things in terms of where is the best place maybe to find skilled or new talent, we found in 20 plus years of existence as SL Controls that, and now as part of NNIT, that approximately 30% of our organization currently would have joined the company over the years as graduates. So partnerships with universities, technical schools would be very important to identify graduates and newly qualified people. And also, the remainder of our people are based on have come to the business based on years of experience, whether it's anything from a few to several years to decades, and they bring experience from possibly different sectors, client side, solution provider side. So everybody brings something different, and I think there is no one best place. You've got to have a different strategy to attract talent across the different experience levels and for the different skill sets. I think we've been identifying engineers, architects, and developers based on their drive to learn new skills, their cultural fit, and their will to evolve their experience from whatever it is, from wherever it's been, with our business and our customers.
Thanks, John. How about you, Nigel?
Yeah, it's a great topic, and it's something that is definitely a focus of ours here at Actemium. When it comes to the question about how do we attract talented people, the only thing I could really say, I think, is we try and demonstrate who we are, our culture, our vision, and in that, really striking a chord, I think, with whoever the particular resource or candidate might be, to really show and be transparent about who Actemium is and that it's a good fit for them. And I think another part that we've seen in the past is just our recruiting really has gone on from strength to strength, and it has included our own employees. Obviously, their experiences within the company may be from the very beginning out of as a graduate, and how they've kind of gone up through the ranks within the company. So I think those stories are often key in really attracting new talent and what it's like to work for Actemium. When it comes to then what places, where are the best places to find skilled talent? I think I have to say I agree with John in that there's really no one best place. But starting with our graduates, I think we identified quite early on even in our Toronto office, we have a co-op program that we have and a partnership with the universities to bring on candidates and to really grow them into integrators. And we've done that down through the years, and in leadership have some of those people still working with us. So yeah, and then for maybe our more senior employees and just other talent that we find, I think one of the big parts and the big advantages for us as being Actemium is because we are a global company of 400 business units worldwide, we have a global outreach, and we find people that maybe want to move locations. They're maybe working in Europe and they want to move to North American office, and we've had quite a lot of that, including myself, moving to another country and finding Actemium. So I think those are the big parts in how we find and retain skill.
Thanks, Nigel. Matt, how about you?
Yeah, this one is definitely, I would say, near and dear to my heart again, kind of like the culture. This is what I grew up kind of doing here at Flexware. So if I go on, please shut me off or just mute me. So I think the first step in what integrators can do to attract people is you have to have a good process of vetting your candidates, making sure that they're going to fit the technical solutions or technical problems or the problem solving skills that you need in order to serve your customers. And then how do they fit into your culture? You have to be able to vet for that as well. So having that process in place is kind of the starting point, because if you don't have that in place and then you end up turning over a lot of people, there's all kinds of estimates out there, and the one I kind of see most common is it costs you about 50 to 60% of a person's salary if you have to backfill them or replace them. So it can be very costly if you don't have that process in place. So those would be some first steps, is to make sure you have a good vetting process. And then beyond that, where the best places to find talent, again, like the other panelists have said, I don't think there's one place. There's some things, some keys that kind of happen. We kind of at Flexware, we look at recruiting as a little bit of a marketing and selling aspect. So we're always wanting to have conversations with potential candidates. There have been times where we have talked to a candidate and then we haven't hired them until 3 or 4 years later, but we've stayed in touch with them over that time, because I take the mentality that recruiting is all about timing. It's when the candidate's ready, is when the employer is ready, and you have to have those constant conversations just to understand where people are at in their careers and when it lines up. But similar to what some of the other panelists have said, I mean, universities and getting those young college grads is always a good starting point. If you know a good university that is a good pipeline for where you are, get to know those professors and the career employment offices and stuff like that. And so you can kind of get the inside track from those on some of the top talent that is coming out of their universities. Some of the other things is, I forget who mentioned it, but the employee referrals. That is a huge part of what we do. In fact, 20% of our Flex Dogs come from candidate referrals. So you have to have a good referral program, and we do pay that out if somebody refers somebody. So tap into those people that are already at your business, because I always say good people know good people. So they're going to know the right ones and want to refer them. Beyond that, this is one data point that I'm trying to get from us, is how many of our people that we actually have come from our applications. Right now, I'm estimating it's about 10 to 15% of that of our hires are from applications. So that means that if 20% come from our referrals and 10 or 15% come from applications, then where are the other 65% coming from? And that really comes down to, you have to reach out to people. You can't wait for people to apply to your positions. So about 65% of our hires we are actively reaching out to people. We are engaging conversations. So we're going out there into the different communities and getting involved in them and chats, and reaching out to people, cold calling them, seeing if they're interested in Flexware. So you have to be willing to kind of take that mentality to go out and find the people and have all those conversations to see if they're a fit for your organization.
Thanks, Matt.